João Felix, one of the players brought in. He's a substitute tonight in this particular fixture, but that was enough for the 3 points. And don't forget, the semi-final draw's already in place. The winners tonight know that they will face the victors from this evening's other quarter-final, Dortmund or Atletico Madrid. Atleti 2-1 up from their first leg. A little coy, Kylian Mbappe looking down the line. I'm sure he won't be coy on the pitch. And he leads this charge. They're still striving, aren't they, to try and get their name on this World of Honour.
They certainly are. It means an awful lot to everybody connected with PSG. And certainly a lot rests on those shoulders of Kylian Mbappe this evening.
Ready?
From the officials in English was ready. And most of the players understand that. They are, many of them would say, if you say, are you ready? Born ready. You hear that from footballers all the time. And they need to be on their toes, of course. It is a matter of ability, but it's also a matter of psychology at this level. Barca 5 times winners. It's a while since they've been in the semi-finals. What they are looking at is a final in London at Wembley Stadium, if they get that far, of course. And 2 of their successes have been at Wembley finals. Kylian Mbappe has got the English to conduct himself well, should they get that far. It's a tough hurdle to clear here, but not impossible. He got a hat-trick, remember, when they were last here. But they do have mixed memories of Barcelona away. Back in 2017, they came to this city, not this stadium, with a 4-0 lead. And then were demolished 6-1. Luis Enrique was the Barca boss.
Yes, I do remember that night very well, Martin. What a game that was.
And Paris not short of representation in the stadium. Scarves held aloft. But they know. These players know they have to be at their very best to solve this particular puzzle. Rafinha, who scored 2 of the 3 goals in Paris. Let's give you the team news. 2 Barca players were booked in that game. They're suspended tonight. Andreas Christensen, who came on and scored the winner with his first touch, he's out, plus Sergi Roberto, who started the game. Pedri, an impressive substitute on the night, now starts in midfield. He'd been short of regular football recently because of injury. Lamine Yamal becomes the youngest player to reach 10 Champions League appearances at the tender age of 16 and 278 days. The on-field team of officials come from Romania, led by Istvan Kovac. VAR is in the hands of Marco Fritz from Germany. Paris have right back Achraf Hakimi available after suspension. He replaces Lucas Beraldo, and 2 of the substitutes in the first game's start, Warren Zaïre-Emery in midfield and Bradley Barcola in attack. They both did well when they came on. Ousmane Dembele is back to face the club he left only last year, having scored against Barca in the first leg. Marco Asensio and Lee Kang-in dropped down to the bench. So Xavi, who did play under Luis Enrique when they were at Barcelona, I think it was his last season as a player, and this is his last season as the club's coach. Says he's moving on. Here's his friend and adversary tonight. It's been a feature of the quarterfinals from the first legs. Every second leg has something on it. The job has not been done by any demonstrative win from any team in the games last week. So away we go here. 2 tonight, 2 quarterfinal second legs tomorrow. And to use the old cliche, everything, Andy, to play for.
Everything to play for indeed. Paris looking for a really big performance. Strong defensively with a real punch when they move forward. Kylian Mbappe playing up the middle tonight. Last week he started off one side. Marco Asensio was in that role, but the message is loud and clear this evening. They've got Mbappe right down the middle, Barcelona off the left and Dembele off the right. So they have pace all around them in those forward areas. Can they find them?
Hakimi will be an upgrade. I'm going to have to sit out the first game for a ban. Araujo was exceptionally good, making a lot of key blocks.
Yeah, very good, Martin. Threw his body on the line and made some vital interceptions and blocks.
Ready through for Mbappe to chase through the middle. It was Fabian Ruiz with the pass, and it was a decent one.
It was. He didn't go for it initially there. Mbappe kind of just hesitated for a split second and then decided he might go after it. Too late.
Paris did win in Spain in the round of 16 against Real Sociedad. A couple of Mbappe goals in the away leg. He's a versatile player. He's been playing in front of Hakimi in La Liga, in Ligue 1. Of course, in La Liga, Lewandowski's been piling up the goals again. So, positive start from Paris.
That's been good on the front foot and trying to get those forwards involved in the game as often as they can, as quickly as they can. You know, any team always operates so much better when you keep those guys up front alive and involved.
Emery again. Coutinho, who scored the second goal in the first leg for PSG. Only a good season in that respect. Domestic football as well. Nuno Mendes, left back. At the moment, Barcelona, whether they're deliberately or they're being forced back a little bit, they're concentrating on getting through these opening minutes without conceding. There is a danger that might change here. Here's Vitinha, tries the shot. Frankie de Jong got in the way of that. Set up for a counter-attack, which is rudely interrupted here.
Yeah, good work from the officials there. The referee's absolutely right. Just to hang on for a split second, just to see if that would develop for Robert Lewandowski. Marquinhos with his arms wrapped around his shoulders, trying to deny, not allowing him to turn.
In the first game, but it's a different setup for the French superstar tonight. Leisurely kick forward by Ter Stegen. And there's Frankie de Jong, who's a surprise inclusion in that first leg. He was travelling. There's a mistake by Araujo. Not seeing any of that last week. Really let in Bradley Barcola. Had his moments when he came on. There is a concern amongst the local fans, Andy, about De Jong and Pedri playing. They haven't had much football recently. in the engine room, it's industry that's required.
Yeah. Certainly both very capable of keeping the ball. We saw Pedri when he came on last week producing that lovely pass for Rafinha. But Frankie de Jong was quiet. As you said, Martin, he hadn't played a lot of football. He'll feel better for another week's work under his belt.
Is defying all football logic, playing at this level at his age. Here's Mbappe. Mbappe lets it run. Been prolific at all since he's moved to Paris, but he got a good goal last week, then hit the post at a vital time as well. Had that gone in, we're looking at a different scenario here.
Hakimi's position there, number 2 in Paris, just on the ball right now. The right back position, in possession, going straight into that central midfield role.
And an extra man. Chance here for Barcelona. Javier Ruiz. Plenty forward, Hakimi again. Dembele wins the corner.
I think it's been a really good start in Paris. Exactly what they're looking for. And I think you'll be delighted, Luis Enrique, with the mindset, the attitude and the way that they've gone about their work in the opening 6 minutes. Yet to work to Stegen, of course, but
when you play each other in the space of a few days, maybe 1 or 2 little scars from the first game. I mean, physically, temperamentally, Ruiz muscling on the goalkeeper. Lewandowski who heads it away powerfully and safely. Emery. Another go at it here. Gundogan can bring it away. Champions League winner, of course, last year with Manchester City.
Very well recovered again from PSG.
Well, they are setting the early agenda here. 3-2 down on Adria, away from home. But, playing with plenty of poise. Getting Mbappe on the ball. Always offers great hope. Blocked by Koundé, turned his back safely. Any suspicion of handball. Lewandowski wants a free kick, he's not going to get it this time.
Yeah, every time the ball's gone into the Barca centre forward, he's had Lucas Hernandez extremely tight to him.
Hakimi, he's in a wonderful World Cup with Morocco. He's actually born in Spain, born in Madrid.
There's that acceleration we saw there. And then Mbappe took him away from Yamal.
Mendes. She said Barcelona expected this and they drilled into the low block. But you can overdo it and just invite pressure.
Yep.
You'll be pleased. Not with that. Easy coming back to face your old club.
Yeah.
When they're at home.
Whenever you play against one of your old teams, Martin, despite probably in the run-up to the game he'd have said that no, it's just another game, I'm just going to do this, do that. You're always so keen to just remind 1 or 2 of what you're about.
And he had a mixed time with Barcelona.
He
came with a big reputation. Yeah. A chance to make a mark in this stadium tonight. Hernandez again being deployed as a central defender. That was one of those he had to make, but he did. working it around quite well, and it goes astray.
I actually think that Barcelona should have put Fabian Ruiz in there. As soon as he received the ball, it was a good run. Nice switch initially from Mbappe. Did well in the end actually to wriggle out of this. There's plenty of opposition in close quarters there, but he did well to hang on to it. I think Hakimi going in there, Martin, and making that extra number up is just allowing PSG to feel quite comfortable in possession at the moment. It also gives Marquinhos the option when he receives the ball at the back for PSG to immediately try and find Dembele in that right wing back position. Doesn't have to give it to Hakimi.
It's Gundogan. Pushing it for De Jong, but he couldn't accelerate into the space. Yamal. Good pressure. It is a foul, but pressing and hunting the ball down. Emery. This time we'll pitch the right hand now. It's almost unused so far. See the room for attack from the home team as yet. Playing the longer game, you feel. Change that, he's done that past Nuno Mendes, and it's ended up in the back of the net. Rafinha was coming in, whether he got the final touch I'm not sure. He didn't instinctively celebrate, but it's a goal from their first real attack.
Yeah, it might well have been Hakimi that actually ended up inadvertently knocking it over the line. We'll see who it is. It's a great run from Lamine Yamal, really good, really positive, that nice switch of play as early as you can, get it out to those wide players, his teammates applauding the fact that he got that out of his feet really quickly and skipped past Nuno Mendes, and then it's just about that contact. Rafinha looks like he's claiming it. There's that ball from Araujo. As soon as he gets it, watch him, backing Nuno Mendes into the box, skips past him, and then it's just whoever hits it at the near. Can't see from that angle. You might see it better from this one. Really good wing play. Oh, it looks like Hakimi's just touched it onto Rafinha, and it's ended up skidding into the net.
Rafinha in the end, hasn't it? So, thanks to the assist from Lamine Yamal, Rafinha gets 3 goals in the tie now.
Didn't know much about that one.
He had to wait to see whether he deserved to actually claim it, but it is. The replays are on his side, the goal is on Barcelona's side, and the tie is much more on their side now. They lead on aggregate by 4-2 with the first goal of the night here in the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona.
Yeah, that's a crushing blow, that, for Luis Enrique and his players. After
they've hardly crossed the halfway line.
No, a bright start. Now got to really get going. He needs to get everything in sync a little bit, Dembele. It's the second time now that he's either run it out of play or he's not been able to quite stitch it together.
Well, the stats tell you that Paris don't come back when they lose at home, and that Barcelona don't lose when they win away. And we've had, it's a rather strange 12 or 13 minutes that hasn't really emphasised that point until the goal. And Rafinha's goal it is, for sure. Quite sure what Hakimi was trying to do, whether it just struck him and then hit Rafinha. Looked as though he was going to get there first.
I'm not sure he actually went with the right foot there, Martin, the way he tried to clear it. Almost went with the outside of his right foot a bit and just glanced it onto Rafinha's legs, and it's in the net.
From Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Captains decide. It is strange to see Barcelona playing at home, not in the Nou Camp or the Camp Nou if you prefer. Won't be too long an exile. This is Fabian Ruiz. picked off by Spanskers. Oh, Ralpho. But what talent Mel has got. Later incident, no foul?
Yeah, a little bit heavy-handed, wasn't it?
Obviously trying to climb a furrow down in front of us.
I think whenever you play against Barcelona, yeah, admittedly, Martin, as you say, not in the Camp Nou tonight, but whenever you play against them and they go in front against you, you've got to be careful that the game doesn't quickly get away from you. So these are important, these minutes after falling behind for Paris, that they get back to what they were doing in the opening moments, keep the ball, just make sure that they just find their touch and their confidence and rhythm again.
Stretching himself forward is Coutinho with a real sense of purpose. Fabian Ruiz, a little touch away by João Cancelo. This end up as a corner.
Nice runs from Fabian Ruiz early on, short corner taken.
Yeah, Barcelona have switched off a bit here, and they could have paid a price for it. That's Mbappe's greatest strength.
Not sure if it was him or Lucas Hernandez that actually made that contact. It was Mbappe. Probably got the shout there, but a little too late. Still a long way to go, plenty of time to recover. No need to panic. Of course, it goes without saying, you cannot afford any lapses in concentration, any mistakes at the back at all now. That's one area of the field where it's got to be absolutely rock solid, watertight.
The higher the level, but higher degree of concentration. Cannot switch off for a second. 16 times for his country, Uruguay. Nuno Mendes. Suggestion, Andy, that they were sitting in Barcelona so that when the chance came they could spring forward, and it was really the first chance to do that, and they made it count.